A death row inmate who brutally murdered a woman and her baby 19 years ago will be executed at 10 a.m. tomorrow in the state of Oklahoma. 52-year-old Raymond Johnson is scheduled to be executed by lethal injection tomorrow, May 14th. He was sentenced to death for the absolutely horrific 2007 murders of 24-year-old Brooke Whitaker and her 7-month-old daughter, Kaya. Now, Brooke and Kaya were actually not the first people that Raymond had murdered. On September 11th of 1995, when he was just 21 years old, he shot and killed 25-year-old Clarence Ray Oliver after they had gotten into an argument. He was arrested for this murder 2 weeks later and ended up pleading guilty to manslaughter. He was sentenced to 20 years in prison and was released on parole after just 10 years. After he was released from prison in 2005, he moved to Tulsa, Oklahoma, where he began a relationship with a woman named Brooke Whitaker. Brooke was already a mother of 3, but during the relationship, they did have one child together, and her name was Kaya. Around the early months of 2007, things started to turn very violent. He became very physically abusive, he started to stalk Brooke, and he threatened to kill her at least 10 different times. Brooke did eventually file a restraining order against him in April of that year, but this was eventually dropped after no one showed up to the court hearing the next month. Things just kept escalating until the morning of June 23rd, when Raymond broke into Brooke's house and brutally beat her with a hammer. While she was still alive and begging for her life, he went to grab a gas can and then doused her and the rest of the house in gasoline and set it on fire, including the room where 7-month-old Kaya was. Firefighters arrived at 11:11 a.m., and by the time they were able to get the flames out and get inside of the house, Kaya had unfortunately already burned to death. Brooke was suffering from severe burns and blunt force trauma to the head, but she did still have a pulse at the time. She was immediately rushed to the hospital, but unfortunately she did pass away a short time later. Raymond was arrested later on that same day, and he almost immediately confessed to killing Brooke and Kaya. He claims that after they got into an argument, Brooke grabbed a knife and started to threaten him with it. So then he grabbed a hammer and hit her over the head with it at least 6 times. Even though she was severely injured, she was still conscious and talking, begging for him to get her help and promising him that she would not tell the police who hurt her. But he was afraid of going to jail, so he set her and the house on fire with the baby still inside. Raymond went to trial in 2009, where a jury found him guilty of Brooke and Kaya's murders, and he was sentenced to death. All of his appeals have been denied, and on April 8th, his final request for clemency was also denied. So that means that Raymond Johnson will be executed by lethal injection at 10 a.m. tomorrow in the state of Oklahoma. Really quickly, before I end this video, I do want to take a moment to send my sincerest condolences to any loved ones of Brooke and Kaya. I know Brooke was a mother that left 3 children behind, and I'm so incredibly sorry for your loss, but I do truly hope that after what happens tomorrow, you're able to find some sort of peace.